The American penny has been a part of daily life for a very long time. The United States Mint began producing these 1-cent coins in 1792. These early coins were much larger, about the size of a modern quarter, and made entirely of copper. The penny has seen many changes in its design and composition over the centuries. It has reflected the nation's growth and evolving identity. This small coin holds a surprisingly large place in American history. A significant moment in the penny's history came in 1909. This was the year Abraham Lincoln's image first graced the obverse side of the coin. It marked the 100th anniversary of his birth. This made the penny the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real person. For over a century, Lincoln's profile has been a familiar sight in pockets and purses across the nation. Despite its historical and cultural importance, the way people use pennies has changed. It is estimated that around 114 billion pennies are currently in circulation. However, a vast number of these coins do not actively participate in the economy. Many end up stored in jars, piggy banks, or are simply lost. This hoarding means that the mint must continuously produce new pennies to meet perceived demand. This reality contributes to the argument that they have become an inefficient part of the monetary system. The primary driver behind the decision to stop making pennies is simple economics. It costs far too much to produce them. In the fiscal year 2024, the U.S. Mint reported that manufacturing a single 1-cent coin cost 3.69 cents. This means that for every penny created, the government loses 2.69 cents. The expense of minting pennies has not always been so disproportionate. However, the cost has been steadily rising for years. The latest figure of 3.69 cents in 2024 shows an accelerating trend. This increase is largely due to the rising prices of metals, particularly zinc, which now makes up the bulk of the coin, with a thin copper plating. In the fiscal year 2024, the mint lost a staggering $85.3 million solely on the production of pennies. Beyond the direct costs of manufacturing, pennies also introduce inefficiencies into everyday commerce. Many transactions are slowed down by the need to count out or receive pennies. These examples show that the penny's low value often makes its handling more trouble than it is worth. The decision to finally halt the production of the U.S. penny gained momentum and was fast-tracked. The U.S. Treasury Department confirmed that production is set to stop by the year 2026. A key step in this timeline was the final order for penny blanks, the metal discs used to mint the coins. This order was reportedly made in May 2025, signaling a concrete move towards the coin's retirement. A significant factor in this accelerated timeline appears to be the political will exerted during President Trump's assumed second term. Reports indicate that President Trump himself took a direct interest in the matter. This high-level directive provided the necessary impetus to overcome previous inertia and push the discontinuation forward with a clear deadline. The United States is not the first country to face the question of what to do with low-value coins. Many other nations have already discontinued their smallest denominations. These international precedents offer valuable insights and demonstrate that such transitions can be managed smoothly. By looking at their experiences, the U.S. can anticipate potential challenges and adopt best practices. Canada is a prominent example, having stopped producing its 1-cent coin in 2012. The Royal Canadian Mint cited the high cost of production relative to the coin's face value. To manage the transition, Canada implemented a rounding system for cash transactions. Prices are rounded to the nearest 5 cents. This system has been widely accepted and has not led to any significant issues with inflation. Australia provides another successful case study. They went even further, discontinuing both their 1-cent and 2-cent coins back in 1992. Similar to Canada, Australia adopted a rounding system for cash payments, rounding the total bill to the nearest 5 cents. The transition in Australia was smooth, and it has long been considered a successful monetary reform. Even countries that have not fully scrapped their lowest denomination coins are showing signs of moving in that direction. The United Kingdom, for instance, still officially has its 1-pence and 2-pence coins. However, in 2024, the Royal Mint did not produce any new 1-pence or 2-pence coins. This situation in the UK reflects a broader global trend. The discontinuation of the US penny will bring about some practical changes in how daily transactions are handled. For cash purchases, the total amount will be rounded to the nearest 5 cents. If a total comes to $1.01 or $1.02, it will be rounded down to $1. If it is $1.03 or $1.04, it will be rounded up to $1.05. Importantly, digital and electronic payments, such as those made with credit cards, debit cards, or online platforms, will remain unchanged. One of the primary benefits expected from ceasing penny production is significant financial savings for the government. It is anticipated that halting the minting of pennies will result in immediate annual savings of around $56 million. Concerns about potential inflation due to rounding have been addressed by looking at studies from other countries like Canada and Australia. These studies suggest that rounding practices do not cause any measurable increase in overall prices. While the elimination of the penny is projected to save money, some critics have raised concerns about the nickel. The 5-cent piece also costs more to produce than its face value. Ultimately, the decision to end the penny is a symbolic move that reflects broader trends in financial modernization.